Hello, how are ya? My name's Hayley. This is Divinity, and this is messages from your past pets, your pets who have crossed over. They could be pets from your past or pets who have recently crossed over. What would they tell you? What are they trying to communicate to you? As we know, when you cross over, they don't really go anywhere. They stay here with you. They're just on a higher frequency. And so it is possible to communicate with them. And they are watching you all the time. So we're going to start with the Soul's Journey cards. And the Spirit Junkie cards. The Messages from Heaven Oracle. The Angel's Whisper cards. The Heaven and Earth Tarot cards. And my personal cards that I wrote out after Wolfie died. My dog Wolfie, who passed away 8 weeks ago now. She died from cancer and surgery complications. She was only 6 years old. Alaskan Malamute, my soul dog. And so I wrote these cards out of, going through the grieving process, messages that she'd sent me, that kind of thing. So pick your pile now. In pile number 1, we have the purple amethyst angel. In pile number 2, we have the green aventurine angel. And in pile number 3, we have the tiger eye angel. So pick your pile now. 1, 2, 3. So if you chose pile number 1, the purple amethyst angel, this is your message. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Yeah. Once you come out of the grieving stages, you will find yourself being happy again. And at first, you may be tempted to feel guilty about that. But just know that your pet is watching you and they're celebrating those moments. They're hoping that you will go back to your old happy self again. It's safe to slow down, relax, and let go. Yeah, it's time to let go of whatever's not serving you anymore. Any guilt, any lingering, resentments or anything. Let it go now. It is time to allow yourself to be happy again. I am aware that you miss my voice and physical presence, but my soul and spirit are very much alive. And this is our cat Sasha, who's come to say hello, haven't you? So yeah, your pet is very much still watching you. Even after they've crossed over, they're still very much a part of your life. They haven't gone anywhere. So although you will miss their physical body, you will still feel them with you. You may even physically feel them jump on your bed at night, or you may see a little glimpse of their tail, or you may hear a little, whatever sounds they used to make. If they were a bird, you may hear them whistle. 444, protection. This is your time to take confidence in all that you pursue. The divine universe is working through you and protecting you. The time has come to allow all the doors of opportunity to welcome you with open arms. I feel the loving care of the divine protecting me. I allow myself to pursue growth and opportunity. Yeah, it's about allowing yourself to move on now. I feel like a lot of the people that chose pile number 1 have kept themselves stuck in a state of grieving, not allowing themselves to move forward. It's time to move forward now and know that you are protected as you do so. A lot of you may have put walls up around your heart. 4 is the 4th chakra, the heart chakra. You may have put walls up around your heart feeling like you'll get hurt again if you get another pet. And this is the divine telling you that you actually are protected, that it's okay to love again. That, that's what this world is about. It is about love. Everything is about love. So, to deny yourself more love because you're scared of getting hurt again, you're actually going to get more hurt that way because you're going to miss out on that love. The Tower. After the Tower comes the rebuild. So the Tower in Tarot is that big catastrophic thing that happens in your life that completely blows everything down to the ground, smashes everything up, and you have to rebuild. And for a lot of you, that's what happened when your pet died. Your whole routine was gone. Your way of life was gone. When you woke up in the morning, the first thing you did was cuddle your pet, or talk to them, or get up and feed them and go for a walk, or whatever it was that you did. They were your whole routine, and you lost that in one moment. You lost that when they took their last breath. But with every Tower moment comes the rebuilding. And, like we were saying before, it's okay to start moving forward now. It's okay to rebuild that life and know that you are protected. Don't try to guard yourself and stop yourself from moving forward in fear that you're going to get hurt again. Numbers. So you may be guided, your pet may send you certain repeating numbers to look out for. You may be asking specific questions and they'll be sending you specific numbers, and it could be that 444. 4 could come up for you, or 1, seeing as you chose the number 1 pile. And that is your sign that you're on the right path, you're on the right track if you see those repeating numbers. So if you chose the Green Aventurine Angel in pile number 2, this is your reading. And we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Eventually, and some of you it may be hard to fathom, but eventually you will get to a part in your grief where you can have gratitude for this experience too, for everything that it has shown you, for being able to look back, because grief is just an expression of love. If we didn't love them, we wouldn't grieve. So it's recognizing that, you may have gone through a really hard grieving process, but that's because you loved them so much. And you can get gratitude out of that. And you can get gratitude out of taking time for yourself to look back through those memories and really looking at what they taught you, what they came here to teach you. I claim my desires. I hold great visions. I am ready to receive. Yeah. Claim the gift that your pet gave you. Animals come into our lives to help us with certain things. They're like helper souls, and they are contracted to come into our lives in this incarnation to help us to learn certain lessons, and those lessons are valuable gifts. When you come to this point in your grief that you can start to step into gratitude, claim your gift. Look back on what it was that they taught you. What do you think it was that they came here to teach you? You know, a lot of pets teach us unconditional love. Living in the moment, being present, being spontaneous, being happy, not dwelling in the past. You know, when something bad happens, what do dogs do? They shake it off and they move on. You know, that could be your lesson. Next time something bad happens, just shake it off and move on. Don't live in the future. The future hasn't happened yet. You know, anything could change. Your pet has taught you that. You didn't see this coming. You didn't fathom that your life would just change one day. You'd made other plans, but here we are. And that is teaching you that, you know, not to live in the future because the future isn't here yet. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything could change. I am forever your angel. Yeah. That is another gift that you can claim from your pet. They are able to protect you more where they are now than what they were when they were here. Even if they were the strongest guard dog, they can do so much more where they are now. They can help you. 666, reflection. When you allow time for reflection, you allow yourself to see where inner shifts are needed. It is time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me, or is it time for me to release this? Reflect, refocus, and readjust. As I refocus on what serves my highest good, I feel myself shift into my highest self. And that's what I was talking about before with, you know, taking the time to look at what they gave you, what lessons they came here to give you, and that'll come with that reflection. And we have the 5 of Swords. Defeat. This is the card of defeat. And, you know, you may feel like you were overwhelmed. You may feel like you were defeated. But it's not as bad as what it seems. What looks like a loss is actually a gain. What looks like a bad thing is actually a gift. And you will come to a point where you can recognize that eventually. Not straight away. But you can strive to get to that point where you can see that, you know, it was a good thing that they came into your life, that you got to spend that time with them. I only got to spend 6 years with Wolfie, you know. Potentially she could have lived up to 14 years old. That's 8 years I missed out on. I could choose to look at it that way, or I could say, I had 6 years of my life with the most amazing dog who taught me the most amazing love that I've ever experienced. And for that I'm grateful. I can hear you. Yeah, they can still hear you. So talk to them. Talk to them when you're in your car on your way to work. Talk to them when you get up in the morning. You know, if one of the things you miss is getting up in the morning and saying good morning to them, then still do that. They can hear you. So if you chose the Tiger Eye Angel for pile number 3, this is your reading. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Yeah. remembering the love that you shared with your beautiful pet. That will never die. Love never dies. Every time you want to remember that love, put your attention into your heart and feel it. It's always there. It will never, ever, ever leave you. Oftentimes people say, they say cliche words and they can be quite triggering. One of the triggering phrases for me is when people say, your pet or your loved one, they're not gone. They'll always be with you in your heart. For some reason that phrase really triggers me because no, they're not in my heart. My love for them and their love for me will always be in my heart. But they're right here. They're right here beside me. They're still with me. They're not some notion stuck in my heart. That makes it sound like they're not still, out and about. So yeah, for some reason that phrase really triggers me. But yeah, their love will always be in your heart. They're not in your heart. They're right there beside you. But your love will always be in your heart. Owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. Yeah. Whatever you're doing in life, your pet is watching you. Like I said earlier, they're here contracted to help you. They're here on your path to cheer you on, to give you the tools you need to succeed. And they want to see you shine. They want to see you put that energy out into the world, and they know that they helped you to get there. The butterfly that hovered around you, the feather that you found, that was me saying hello. Yeah. Look for signs. Look for signs everywhere. Be open-minded. If you're seeing butterflies everywhere, then that's a sign from them. If you are seeing feathers in the places where you used to walk, and that's one of the signs that Wolfie leaves me when I go on my normal walks where we used to go, I find little downy grey feathers that remind me of her fur when she used to shed. She leaves them for me in places where she used to stop on our walks, places of interest. So you can look out for these signs too. 1313, clarity. As the storm passes, the clarity is felt faster than lightning is seen against a dark sky. The divine is reminding you that clarity is readily available. All you have to do is ask. You have weathered the storm and now the sky is clearing. Loving energy surrounds me and I trust that the clarity I feel is the answer I need. And this clarity comes when you come out of that dark cloud of grieving. When you're stuck in the thick of the grieving, some things can be quite skewed. You may feel really guilty, overwhelmed with guilt about certain things and that, but that's just part of the grieving process. And once you come out of that phase, things become a lot more clear. You will get there. You will get to that point where the clouds move and you go back to seeing things how they really were. They're not clouded by grief. Queen of Wands. As we can see, the Queen of Wands sits in her throne. She normally has a cat. There's a big black cat in this picture here. So I feel like she is someone who loves animals. Since the passing of your pet, you may be inspired to work with animals, to volunteer with animals, to spend more time with animals. Do that. That was your pet coming through you to, that may be part of your path here in life, and it may open doors for you. Raise your vibe. Yeah. That goes with that shine card. Raise your vibe, shine. Be a beacon of hope and love for everyone else. Everyone's watching you. People, when you go through the grieving process, they ignore you. They shun you into a corner. They don't help you. They leave you to their own devices, but really they're actually watching you. You can be that inspiration for them. If you can do this, then they can do it when it's their turn, because everybody's going to have to go through this at some stage. Whether it be a pet or a person. And so, if you raise your vibration, put your light out, and show that you're not putting those guards up around your heart, that you are still willing to love, that you're not destroyed because you went through such heartbreak, then it helps the whole. Everyone's watching. They may not tell you that, but they are. So I'm going to leave that with you, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.